Okay. So I wound up taking a nap, and now it's like 5 something. Then I got distracted with watching Force play. I guess the ending of this game, which didn't seem interesting at first, but yeah. Oh, great. Yeah, there's something really going on with these cops. If I had to guess, I don't know, maybe they know too much or they're guilty of something or whatever the hell it is. Alright, so we're a bit late. So I'm not even really sure. I mean, I already did a video today, and I'm still a little, I don't know, groggy, I guess. But, that's alright. Alright, let's just get to work. Alright, so the markets are down a bit today, but that's because oil was down a whole lot. 10-year yield was also going down, and even the dollar went down a bit too. So it's kind of an interesting day because everything's just like, everyone's afraid of something for some reason, even though there's no reason for it. And of course, crypto, I mean, I did look at crypto before I took my nap, but yeah, crypto is like, eh. So it was just a slight pullback. So hopefully it doesn't get much worse. But again, with today's fear trade, something's spooking people. Okay. This should have been from before. Whoops. Yeah, the Bitcoin hash rate's going up, so that's always a good thing. Let me see. This was 45 minutes ago. Oh, man. So he posted this video right after I went to take a nap. Great. U.S. president on the verge of a collapse.
Okay, everybody, it is me, Gregory Manarino. It is Monday,
So I
July
want to just kind of keep this video short because I'm already late, and I would like to do one more video course for my Unreal thing before we're done.
2nd, 2021. Welcome to my post-market wrap-up. I really don't know where to start with this. Economic news, how about that? People, just sit down for a moment here. The U.S. manufacturing index from July, okay, it always lags a month, just came in at a 6-month low. Yet another abysmal piece of economic. Just sit down for a moment here. The U.S. manufacturing index from July, okay, it always lags a month, just came in at a 6-month low. Yet another abysmal piece of economic news. It doesn't stop. It does not stop. While we're on the topic of a cratering economy, okay, that's what we have. An economy in free fall. I want to prove this to you in case you're a skeptic here. This is a chart of the money velocity, okay, going all the way back as, oh my goodness, 1959, 1960.
I do want to read this. 256K in 2021. I mean, the good news is, yeah, it would be a pretty big number. Alright, I mean, we'll see. Let me just take the screenshot real quick.
Okay, this is where we are today. All right, we are at historic lows. A historic low with the money velocity. The money velocity is the rate at which cash moves through our economy. Well,
yeah.
You cannot, it's impossible, think about it logically, to have a booming economy or an economy that's even doing well without cash moving through it rapidly, okay? We're at historic lows. So when anyone tells you or tries to sell you the garbage that we are in an economic boom, we're doing fantastic and tremendous, whatever the word they might use, say nonsense. You can't have it. It's impossible to have without money velocity picking up. All right, so we are in an economic free fall with no end in sight, period, the end. Meanwhile, although the stock market did take a little hit today, we're really, a fraction under record highs. We just hit them recently, and we're going to hit more moving forward. It's an insane situation here. I don't know what else to tell you. I think you get it. If you're brand new here, welcome to the reality of where we're in. This is just unbelievable. Okay, with that said, I told all of you in my markets report this morning, pre-market, Although stocks were slated for a higher open, I did not like the setup here. Was taking a hit. As a matter of fact, crude oil is like $71 a barrel now. Why? Okay, because our economy is cratering, and there is, well, so is China, despite some of the nonsense news that we're getting out of their propaganda. Okay,
Really?
and there
Huh.
is the prospect that demand might fall off of a cliff. Well, let me explain this to you. They will prop up crude oil. They will bomb a refinery. There'll be some kind of terrorist attack. Ships will get hit no matter what it is. Pipelines, doesn't matter. They're going to prop up crude. I told you all. Crude has no business being here whatsoever. Should be under $20 a barrel. We are still $71 a barrel. And without crude getting propped up, the market's going to take a hit. Did you see the 10-year yield today? For those of you that are following our 4 keys to the market, one of these keys being the 10-year yield, it's diving. The 10-year yield is diving because of fear. Cash making its way into the debt market. It's not going to stay there. It's not going to stay there because, again, once the market realizes, especially after we heard from, what's her name, Brainerd, Federal Reserve President Brainerd explaining that the labor market is weak, the economy is not firing on all cylinders here, and the Federal Reserve might have to push off a rate hike. Duh! Really? We're going to push it off? Oh, when was it planned for? Can you tell me that?
Oh,
No, the
that's
Fed will
convenient.
not be hiking rates anytime soon. Look, let me show you again. Money velocity, record low. Okay, unfreaking believable.
Yeah,
You think?
they're trying what they can to keep inflation in check, so they could just keep printing more money. Especially now they're gonna supposedly pass that super infrastructure bill this week. That's like they say it's gonna be $1 trillion, but we know it's gonna be way more than that. You know, anywhere from 2 to 10 trillion, maybe even more.
You think the Fed's going to back off? No. Their goal here is to inflate along with other central banks people. You want another big clue as to our economic free fall? Look at the US debt to GDP ratio. I mean, you're really, they are trying to twist your mind in every way possible. Our economy is done. It's been done. Actually, since the meltdown of '08, we've been on a heroin drip, propping up this stock market with hit after hit after hit of easy money, and that's going to keep coming. So again, like I always tell you, the disconnect between the market and the economy is going to continue here until it doesn't, and you all know when or what to look at. The 10-year yield spiking in an uncontrolled fashion. That's going to be the moment of reckoning, not the 10-year yield dropping here. And again, the volatility today, like I said, this market opened up to good. All the major indices were higher across the board, triple digit gain for the Dow. We reversed all that, finished negative for the Dow, negative for the S&P 500. NASDAQ finished about flat. Anyway, more bad economic news. Manufacturing index 6-month low. People, but I want you to think about this too. This market is so stupid right now. We've had, with regard to the S&P 500, 6 straight months of gains. With regard to the NASDAQ, 8 straight months of gains. You remember when everyone was telling you, oh, that's it, the tech sector is going to crash, it's all over? And I was like laughing. Well, yeah, it's a joke. Anyone calling for tops, anyone calling for crashes is an imbecile. Imbecile. They don't know what they're looking at. What are they doing? Looking at the stock market? No, they should be looking at the debt market, crude oil, number one. Number two, the dollar. Did you see the dollar today? After Brainerd's comments about more QE until infinity, pretty much, the dollar took a pretty big hit.
You know, I'm actually curious. If this is the case, which it is, I wonder if it can actually prop up the cryptocurrency markets as well. But you would need like, maybe at least a few trillion, maybe tens of trillion, a couple decatrillion, so that's like 10 to 20 or $30 trillion to keep it afloat. Jeez, can they really do that? I mean, they have to print a damn lot of money, right?
Dollar reversed, did finish lower, but only fractionally lower. The big deal today, two big deals, was crude oil, okay, which will get bought up again, and that 10-year yield plunging like this. And what is the look? Let's talk about the whole darn yield curve, okay? I don't talk about the whole darn yield curve too often, but the whole darn yield curve is flattening out. What does that mean when the entire yield curve is flattening out? It's a very ominous economic sign or economic indicator. We are done. There's no economy. All we got is a fake, inflated, propped up by debt environment, and the Federal Reserve is nowhere close to being done. Reinflated housing bubble, reinflated stock market bubble, hyperinflating the debt bubble, the mother of them all. You know that. It's just the sickest freaking shit show, pardon my French, in history of the world. But you all know that too.
Actually, I just want to know
So
where
what
this
does it
drops.
mean for you? What are you going to do? Am I sitting here telling you all this because I don't want you to do something? No, I do
Oh,
want you to
man.
do something.
How am I
I
supposed
want
to
you to
get that?
understand clearly the environment you're in, money velocity, historic low, all the nonsense, fake news, propaganda, booming economy, we're doing great. Oh, come off it. They are really trying to screw with people's heads here. You can't be allowed to know the truth. You cannot be allowed to know the truth. This information like this, right off the Fed's website, it's all available to you. You're not supposed to know it's there. Okay, Federal Reserve's balance sheet, hyper ballooning, the debt in an epic. There's no words for the bubble in debt. It's beyond the hyper bubble, beyond a hyper bubble. And an economy in free fall with no end in sight. That means easy money's going to keep pouring in. It's incredible. You're turning on Bloomberg today, Fox Business, CNBC. It's all about inflation, inflation, inflation. People are struggling here. It's so out of control at the present moment. Really, everything is. And a moment of reckoning is coming. You all know that. And it's going to be absolutely, it's going to be quite a thing to live through. But in the meantime, you need to get yourself on the right side of all this, people. You know what I'm going to tell you. Bet against the debt. Become your own central bank. I know I sound like a broken record, but that means you got to hoard, in my opinion. Do your own research. Physical gold. More importantly, physical silver. Yes, crypto needs to be in your portfolio if you are so inclined. And you can deal with the wild swings in it. With regard to this market, people, look, every dip should be bought until that 10-year yield spikes. Visa today, one of my stock picks, took a big hit today. I think this is a screaming buying opportunity. Still remains above its 50-day moving average. I don't even care if it dips below its 50-day moving average. Still a buying opportunity here, in my opinion. So if you want to see my most recent stock picks, all of them, they're right on my website,
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to
traderschoice.net. I
do
hope you take
stocks
advantage of
anymore,
all
'cause
this.
it's just too
Anyway,
much.
people, that's it. A
Too
lot of
much
stuff I
crap going
covered here
on.
with you today. I want you to honestly sit back and think about what you need to do if you haven't taken.
Okay. All right. So people are a little paranoid about the economy. So that would explain all the fear that's going on. But I mean, that obviously contradicts what everyone also knows, which is, the Fed's just going to prop and buy everything up, right? Because the economy's going to shit. So yeah, the markets are kind of retarded. Monero's former maintainer arrested in America for allegations unrelated to crypto. Yeah, governments really don't like Monero. So, Brad Garland House for all lawyers require file a request for Binance documents the international challenge to SEC lawsuit. I wonder why they're dragging Binance down the thingamajig. How cross-chain query aggregation? Da, 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 da. Yeah, well, I mean, getting rid of the people who make Monero isn't going to change the simple fact that, it obviously works. Okay, so I'm gonna go because, well, yeah, I kind of want to just do a little bit less work today because obviously I was able to talk to my lawyer again, so, well, a new one. So I'm gonna be filing that opposition to that EU trademark hopefully this week, right? Or whatever it takes. I mean, I still have at least another month, like exactly until September 2nd, so I'm way ahead of the time. I want to think more about like a strategy going forward because this is actually going to be surprise, surprise, a little more complicated. But I think if I play my cards right, I can actually come out on top. Again, very frustrating, but you know what are you gonna do? And let me think. What else is there? Yeah, I mean, I just want to do a little more work because I do need to just hurry the hell up. Because now that I'm going to add a second programming course through Udemy, it's like, I don't know when the freaking hell I'm going to ever be able to work on my game. I'm like constantly having to learn new shit. And it's just frustrating. But I don't want to abandon my current course and then just start the new course, right? I don't like that. So, you know, I'm just going to keep working at it. Again, like, I really wished I just did not get so occupied with the stupid political bullshit and then, yeah, oh well. You know, there's no point in complaining about it, so, you know, I just gotta get to work. So, I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And again, you know, it was supposed to be a little earlier, but again, I have to take a nap, so, yeah. All right. All right, see you all tomorrow. Thanks. Oh, and check the Bitcoin Clown World from today. If you want more details. Not much has changed from that. But again, let's see how this fear stuff plays out. But it kind of makes sense because the markets have been going pretty much straight up all across the board. We're due for a spike pullback. I'm really kind of hoping it's not today and then tomorrow. But again,